Well, good morning, and it's actually Sunday morning. Just had a shower, so I've now got my special lockdown hairdo, but shaved, ready for Zoom church. But I thought I'd do tomorrow's Bible study, which is the starting point of Mark's 16th chapter. And a bit of a preamble. Can you think back to when you might have been looking to buy a property and it got to that survey stage? How would you react to the following report? The day will come when this awesome house will be reduced to a pile of rubble. Well, Jesus kind of did that to the disciples. In our reading of verses 1 and 2. And from the Who translation of the Bible. Later, as they were leaving the temple, one of his followers began to rave about its beauty. What a glorious building! Just look at the size of those stones. Take a good long look, said Jesus. The day will come when this awesome temple will be reduced to a pile of rubble. And I have to say that today's commentary points from Barclay reads like Tony Robertson in Time Team or these archaeological programs where they're looking at buildings. But Barclay tells us that the temple which Herod built was one of the wonders of the world. It was begun in the 20 to 19 BC in a time of Jesus, or at the time of Jesus, it wasn't completely finished. It was built on the top of Mount Moriah, and instead of levelling off the summit of the mountain, as you would think you would do, a vast platform was formed by rising up walls of massive masonry, enclosing the summit of Mount Moriah within the walls. And then on these walls, a platform was laid, strengthened by piers, which distributed the weight of the superstructure. And Josephus, the Roman writer, tells us that some of these stones were 40 feet long and 12 feet high by 18 feet wide. And having been to the Holy Land, the surprising thing is that the Herodian stones were all dressed. They all had a line carved into them, no matter whether they were in the deep foundations under the soil or on show. The rounding off and the shaping of each individual stone, amazing. And Barclay says it would have been that some of these vast stones that moved the Galilean disciples to such wonderful amazement. And the entrance to the temple was at a southwest angle. Here between the city and the temple hill, there stretched the Tyrophean valley. A marvellous bridge spanned the valley. Each arch was 41.5 feet, and there were stones used in the building, of which it measured 24 feet long. So it was all this splendour that so impressed the disciples. The temples seemed to summit the human art and achievement. You know, it was a testimony to the builders. And it also seemed so vast and solid that it would stand forever. And let's face it, a huge amount of it has. That's there still today in Jerusalem. But Jesus made that astonishing statement that the day was coming when none of these stones will stand upon another. In less than 50 years, his prophecy came tragically true. And Robert Bridges wrote in the great hymn, All My Hope on God is Founded, pride of man and earthly glory, sword and crown betray his trust. What with care and toil he buildeth, tower and temple fall to dust. But God's power, hour by hour, is my temple and my tower. And on Wednesday, we'll look at Mark chapter 13, verses 14 to 20. And you remember on Friday when I gave you the preamble of the things that we're going to be doing in Mark 13 to fit in all of the eschatological commentary that Barclay is looking at. And he's selected particular passages for particular days. So on Wednesday, if you want to have your Bible handy, Mark 13, verses 14 to 20. For now, every blessing for Monday. Peace, keep safe, God bless. Bye-bye.